Ready. 8, read.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. The first carry for the North Texas man. It's Jeff Wilson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And he locates Walker, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Set, ready, 10 Lobo.
Check, 55, come on.
80 weapon.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ready. 61, match 2.
They'll go with a keeper. And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Get it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Set, 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Check.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check, nickel. Check.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready, break.
55. Check. 55. Mike. It's a party now.
On 3rd down, Bernard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
It's our time. It's our time. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Chopper! Now.
First carry for James Conner, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Check 26. Check 26. Check. Cross.
Greystone, travel. 5.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. X3. 218, chop. Hey, high 7.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the run.
Roll out.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey,
Go.
Looking to throw. Costello. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, Jackson. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd down now, Bernard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Hey, Echo.
They're going to look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Okay, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Under 10. Under 10.
You draw quarter. Get it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Completes it to Davis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
That's a run. Hey, they're running it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jeff Wilson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now it's Ryan Sucka on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Yep.
2nd and 10. And that is incomplete here. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Here we go. 15 line it. 15 line. Hey, Charlie.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate it.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. It's their quarterback, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Sucka. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Leo!
To throw again. Costello uncorks one for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
On the ready.
Check 55, Mike.
What? Squeeze. 6-6. Pull it high. 5.
Throwing on first down. Costello. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
22 jet bomber. Bam. Sean, go.
Off the play fake. Costello. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready. 50, plant.
Time to go right now. He's checking. Crash.
On first down, they run with Howard. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Brings up second and 7 at the 25.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Again, a run with counter. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Hey, exit. Hey, Sam on. Big grip.
On third down, Costello. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
On first and 10 is counter. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back to throw. Costello forced out to his left. He may try and run for them. And a loose football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Go.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Hey, let's get up.
Look at me. Zipper. Pilot, 60. Ready.
Now a carry for Bernard. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll set up to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. That's caught by Howard. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Check 55.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. But it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Throwing again. Costello. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
On 1st down, Costello steps away to his left. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Costello, but it's brought in by Washington. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try again with Howard. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at his 4th. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, Echo.
Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. The former Michigan State Spartan, the rookie Justin Lane, there to bat it away.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Connor. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st down, Howard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
2nd and 13, being chased out left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Mark 55, Mark 55. Target.
Off-play action. Costello. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run on 1st down. It's Howard. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He was brought down there by Reggie Gilbert.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
You draw quarter. 5. Rock it.
36.
Go. Ready?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. He's back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shift.
Recon, 132 fighter. Leo.
On first down, Howard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Again, it's Howard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Set 8 reads.
Let's go one more.
61, matchbox lights.
Check 31, check 31. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Running with Howard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Tight go, tight go, tight go.
Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Steelers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.